And what happens when what I'm supposed to do is not the same thing as what I'm able to do? And not only am I not able to do it, but God evidently has decided not to fix it. Oh God, I'm gonna get some help up in here. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying, so listen, make it make sense. See, I read throughout the Bible where God had blessed other people to give birth when they didn't have the ability, but he didn't do it with Zelophehad. He let Zelophehad die without ever giving him a boy child. Well, wait a minute, God, you ain't do Abraham like that. Matter of fact, you gave him more than one. You ain't do Hannah like that. You didn't do Mary like that. You didn't do Elizabeth like that. So why you gonna let Zelophehad go through that? And y'all ain't gonna be real, because I got high society saints today, but I believe I got some witnesses up in here that watch other folk get blessed. Well, you know you need a miracle, and you asking God, how in the world are you gonna bless them and leave me out here by myself? I want to mess with somebody real quick, because I know we're supposed to shout when other folk get blessed. I know we're supposed to shout. I'm a believer in that. Baby, if I see you get blessed, I'll act a fool. If I see you get blessed, I'll shout you. But every now and then, give your neighbor a high five and say, I have my moments where I'm hearing about your blessing, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, now I know good and doggone well she's sleeping around with somebody. I know good and doggone well she been cussing like a sailor, drinking like a fish, and been in between more sheets than Ron Isley. How in the world did she get blessed before I did? Give your neighbor high fives. I'm just saying. I ain't judging nobody. I ain't criticizing nobody. I'm just telling the truth right here, because I'm watching other people get their stuff fixed, and God has not decided to fix mine. Well, I got good news for somebody in new life, that whenever God decides not to do a miracle for you, it's because he plans on doing one through you. They's missing on this side. Let me talk to y'all. Whoever God does not do a miracle for, it's because he's about to use you to do a miracle through. Give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, you got more power than you really think you have. That's why God didn't take it, because he says, I'm going to show the world that you can do it with the power. Take my mic up just a little bit. I came to encourage somebody the same way God encouraged Paul. Paul says, I feel y'all in new life, because I had an issue myself that I prayed to God 3 times about. I mean, I'm Paul, God dog it. I'm the founder of the church. There wouldn't be no Ephesus without me. There wouldn't be no Corinthians without me. Maybe there wouldn't be no Galatians without me. And here it is, I'm doing all this work, and I gotta beg God to take an issue from me. And not only do I gotta beg him, he still don't take the... God tells Paul, calm down. The reason I'm not going to take your issue is because I'm going to give you something to succeed in spite of your issue. And I want you to look at somebody square in the eye like you mean what you're about to say, and say, neighbor, my shortcomings will not keep me from my future. I wish I had 25 folk that will give God a shout and say, what's wrong with me is not going to stop. I need somebody to give God a shout and say, Lord, don't let what's wrong with me stop me from being me.